live. We are playing Ursine Girl, a Shadownet Shadowrun. Tonight, our dramatis personae include Van Winkle. Please give a short physical description of yourself and your role within this team.
Van Winkle's a Decker adept who looks very unkempt. He just, in fact, got out of suspended animation, and he hasn't bothered with getting a haircut. So long hair, long beard, and is just getting his footing back in the world after losing touch with everything he cares about. So he's a little detached, but getting things back piece by piece. And his role in the group is for decking.
Brilliant. Exile, give a physical description of yourself and your role within this team.
Exile is a 6'3" elf with a large scar on the right side of his face. His hair is approximately shoulder length, black, and tied back. He is always wearing a burrowing suit with an argentium coat, and both are electrochromic, so the pattern on them change from day to day. He will be the face for the evening.
Good to know. Murmur.
Murmur is a very good-looking elf, also in a Berwick suit, but it looks like he might have slept in it. He looks a little disheveled and kind of twitchy, and he will be the shaman for the night.
Brilliant. And Lilania.
Liliana is a gunslinger adept. She thinks she's extremely good at sneaking and breaking and entering. Her most notable feature is that she's a short, red-headed Asian.
Good to know. Each of you get a message from your fixer early one morning, forwarding to you a posting upon Jackpoint. It's text, and it's rather short. I've had various business interactions with your kind of people before. Suffice to say, I know how the game is played. This is no game. My daughter has gone missing. I think something strange may have happened to her. The only lead I have is a doll that won't stop laughing at me. Please meet me at my house in North Bellevue at 11 AM. And included is a address in a Northern Bellevue AAA zone, right by Lake Washington. Yeah, we're going AAA with this. Have fun. So,
Okay.
How do each of you respond to that? You've got about 3 hours preparation time.
Van Winkle gives a simple affirmative. He confirms the meet in the affirmative, and just a yes, I'll be there.
Go ahead.
Liliana sees the text and is like, yeah, I'll be there when I can.
Exile will read the response and then backtrace the address to figure out who he's working for through his fixer, while trying to figure out who would have the brass to pull off an abduction in a AAA zone by contacting his bartender contact to see if anybody's been moving lately in that region.
So, yeah, your fixer, whose name I don't see on the goddamn things, and I can't be bothered changing to your character sheet, gets you a bunch of information. The Johnson is a Mr. Chow. He's Chinese. He's a upper mid-level woozing executive working for Woozing in Seattle. I'm sure I'm mangling the pronunciation of that, but if anybody would like to correct me...
Woojing,
yes. And he works for Woojing, which explains the house and the high security lifestyle. And, well, he's just over the bridge from downtown, so hey. As for the kind of people who would have the balls to pull off an abduction, we're talking international criminal syndicates, Shadowrunners, and AAA corporations. That's about the list of it, really. Any
Right.
particular people? Probably not Wuxing. Apart from that, no real leads. There hasn't been any real gossip about this.
I'll buy a drink, as is customary, and be on my way. Go for a more subdued pattern today.
Alright.
Van Winkle would like to show up 30 minutes before the meet.
Alright. Nobody else does any legwork on the Johnson or the location at all?
No, Murmur
First
would.
person pronouns are banned at my table. Thank you for correcting to Murmur. So what is Murmur going to do?
Murmur will call up his fixer, as he did some pre-legwork. Basically asking, who. Well, I guess we know now who they're working for.
Yeah, so I missed that you had done rolling. Yeah, you get the same information that Exile gets.
Okay. Wuxing.
The mother is unfortunately out of the picture. She died about 5 years ago.
Okay. And does my fixer know anything about the doll? Are we just told it's laughing? Do we know if it's mechanical or
You haven't got
magical
a
in nature?
picture, you haven't got anything, you've just been told there's a doll that won't stop laughing.
Okay. Yeah. Murmur will head out. Lives in Bellevue, so he'll probably head out a little earlier just to see. Mostly because Wuxing, he would think there'd probably be some sort of magical stuff going on, so he'll probably just go and see what kind of security the neighborhood has. Just do some meat sort of legwork, just see.
Sure. Anybody else heading out to the meet location early, doing any other legwork, anything?
I will go to the area and see what's in the local astral.
Sorry, first person pronouns are banned at my table. Who is I?
Sorry. Exile will go to the meet location and see what's sticking around in the local astral.
Right. Exile meets Murmur outside the gates of this community, where both of you have been stymied by the simple application of a 3 times minimum wage security guard posted at the walled. So there's a, let's call it 10 mansion private block walled off, and access to this 10 mansion side road is controlled through a security guard who isn't letting you in on account of, you don't have any reason to be in here, sir. Sorry, we cannot let you in.
Exile is going to wait for the rest of his team to show up, take a smoke, sigh, and show the wage slave his private investigator's license.
That's a very nice license, sir, but I cannot let you in until one of the residents allows it.
Of course. Just tell Mr. Cho we're waiting.
Oh, very well. I will inform Mr. Cho. He puts a comm call through and says, Mr. Cho will be out to meet you at the meeting time.
Of course.
So, Van Winkle and Murmur, actually. So, Van Winkle, can you throw, what lifestyle do you have?
Medium, and it's in Bellevue.
Yeah, can you throw me a threshold 3 etiquette check, Van Winkle?
Alright, here it comes. Would the corporate specialization count, or?
No, we're actually looking for
Okay.
high society.
Okay, there it comes.
And remember, you notice that Knight Errant has a large drone presence here, but they don't seem to notice you. They do notice Van Winkle and start following him as he tries to get towards the meat. With a Knight Errant drone, casually, sitting a bit above and a bit behind you, what are you going to do?
Going to pull over at a soy bucks, or any comparable coffee shop, and just grab a cheap item off the menu and casually consume it.
You're going to waste the drone's time? Cool. Throw your etiquette check again, please. Yeah, after a while, the drone apparently gets retasked and leaves you alone. And Lilana. Ugh, that is going to be terrible. I'm going to munge your name all night long. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Yeah. You have a low lifestyle, and you're not particularly wearing nice clothes. Can you throw a threshold 5 etiquette check for me? I'm aware this is almost certainly automatic failure. Yep, you have 1 dice. Oh well.
Oh boy. Oh joy.
You must put /R in front of it. Or encapsulate what you just wrote in double square brackets. But yes, you're going to fail, so let's just see if you crit glitch or not. Oh, that's a crit glitch. So, how are you getting to the meat? And just say your first name again.
Liliana is getting to the meat.
Liliana. Yep, cool. Yeah, how are you getting to the meat?
I have a very flashy Hello Mittens Suzuki Mirage.
So as you're driving this very flashy car, very flashy motorcycle through, swanky Bellevue, you see the blue and red lights of a Knight Errant patrol pulling you over behind you. Apparently you don't fit in enough that a routine traffic stop has caught you. So what are you going to do?
Give me 1 second, I'll look at some stuff.
So at my table, I suggest you don't ever look at your mechanics, ever, because this slows the game down, and instead just tell me what you want to do, and we will make the mechanics fit. So don't look at your mechanics.
I'm going, yeah. Alright, I'll just pull over to the side calmly and just wait for the officer to approach.
Alright, the officer approaches and says, excuse me, ma'am. Can you please present your credentials?
Sure, I'll hand him my fake SIN. So.
Well, yeah, you'll just indicate that you're broadcasting a fake SIN.
I was to the GM.
Yep.
I'll hand them my SIN.
Well, you don't hand SINs over. It's a number that's broadcast out of your comm link. Yeah.
It just shows you how little I've played this.
That's okay. That's okay. The cop goes, Let me just check your SIN. Oh dear. The cop goes, you are aware you are not actually licensed to drive a motorcycle.
I'm quite aware of that, officer.
Ah, so you're intentionally breaking the law. Very well. He writes something, he does something on his comlink, then pushes a security tag onto your shoulder and onto your motorcycle. Yep, you have 28 days to pay your 500 nuyen fine. Very well, be on your way.
Thank you, officer.
Alright, yeah, so you just got fined 500 nuyen. You ought to pay that, by the way. You can just...
Can I do that now?
yeah,
how do I go about doing that?
You log on to the Matrix and pay your